Ladies and gents, welcome back to your favorite rugby league stats show. I am Harry, and thank you, as always, for tuning in. If you're new around here, appreciate you for clicking on the video. If you're always here on every video, I appreciate you even bloody more. Let's get into round 15 of the NRL. Here are my stats and previews and bets. Let's go. Also, ladies and gents, didn't bring my bloody card, so I'm stuck with my old trusty phone, so bear with me, all right? Bear with me. Rabbitohs take on the Broncos. South Sydney have had the better over Brisbane at Accor Stadium. The Rabbitohs have won 5 of the last 6 games against Broncos at Accor, and Brisbane return in a familiar venue. Broncos are playing Accor for the first time since their 2025 grand final win. The Broncos' defense is under a lot of pressure. The Broncos have conceded 170 points in 5 consecutive losses. And Alex Johnson absolutely loves Accor. The Rabbitohs winger has scored 15 tries in his last 8 games at Accor Stadium. I'll take the unders here and give me Broncos plus 10.5 points on the start. And give me Jai Gray or Grant Anderson anytime to kick off our week. Ladies and gents, good luck. Quick interruption. If you have not joined my Discord, the Reserve Graders Club, it's completely free. You'll get stats early, way before social media will, on YouTube and Instagram. I'll post them on a Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm just going to start releasing a stats cheat sheet, exclusive free to the Discord, and I'd love for you guys to call up and get a segment going where you guys tell me your opinions, anything funny, what you saw on the weekend, players, coaches you hate, teams you hate, or any hot takes you want from me, just let me know. But yeah, join my Discord. We got about 80 fellas in there now, which is unreal. Growing every day, and really appreciate you guys. Back to the video. Dolphins take on the Roosters. The Dolphins have made Suncorp their home away from home. The Dolphins have won 4 of the last 5 games played at Suncorp Stadium, but the Roosters are completely dominated this matchup. The Roosters have scored 170 points in 4 straight wins over the Dolphins. Jamin Asako comes in this one with a bit of form. The Dolphins winger has scored 8 tries in his last 6 games. And a milestone for Billy Smith. The Roosters centre will play his 50th NRL appearance. Congrats, Billy. And Jack Bostock is absolutely lethal at Suncorp. The Dolphins centre has scored 5 tries in his last 4 games at Suncorp Stadium. Dolphins are a bit of best bet for me this week. I love them on the line here, and give me Tavita, Herbie, or Asako for 3+ combined. That's one of my better bets of the week. Warriors take on the Sharks. The Warriors had the edge matchup in the recent meetings. The Warriors have won 4 of the last 6 against the Sharks, but Cronulla have an outstanding record on the road. The Sharks have won 4 of the last 5 games at Go Media Stadium. Dallin Watene-Lesniak loves this matchup. The Warriors winger has 12 tries in his last 8 games against the Sharks. Sharks winger Ronaldo, he has scored 9 tries in 9 games against the Warriors. And Lofi Khan-Pereira is in career best form since he has moved to the Waz. The Warriors winger has scored 9 tries in 6 games. I couldn't believe the price for the Sharks here. I actually like them on the line. Give me plus 12.5 points on the line. Give me Lofi, Kennedy, Stone Street for 2+ combined, and Dallin Watene-Lesniak just to get the 1 meat pie to get it done for us. Eels take on the Raiders. Parramatta have enjoyed this matchup at home. The Eels have won their last 3 games. The Raiders have won their last 4 games against the Eels, and the Eels surprisingly struggled at home. The Eels have only won 1 of the past 5 games at CommBank Stadium. Huge milestone for Raiders skipper Joe Tarpany. The Raiders winger will play his 250th NRL appearance. Congrats, my man Joe. And Josh Adokar delivers every time at CommBank. He scored 12 tries in his last 10 games played at CommBank Stadium. I really like the Raiders here. I'll give you the Raiders to win. I'll have the unders, and give me either of the centers for Raiders to score, Chris or Timoko. Thank you very much. Tigers take on the Titans. The Tigers have turned Leichhardt into an absolute fortress. Tigers have won 5 of the last 6 games played at Leichhardt, and history hasn't been kind to the Titans. And here's a unique stat. Every time the Titans have beat the Broncos, the Titans have lost their last 3 games after defeating the Broncos. The Tigers' attack has absolutely exploded at home. The Tigers have scored 105 in their last 3 games played at Leichhardt. Phillip Sami always finds the try line against the Tigers. The Titans winger has scored 7 tries in his past 6 games against the Tigers. While Buller continues to shine on the field, the Tigers fullback has scored 7 tries in 9 games at Leichhardt Oval. I like my Titans plus 12.5 points here on the line, and I have Makasini or May anytime, and De Groot or Jensen anytime. And that rounds up round 14 of footy. Let's move on to some best bets, some value plays, and some absolute locks.
And he said,
Harry's locks, lock them up. You heard that, ladies and gents. Absolute crushing the locks as of late. Only got 1 from 2 last week, but the week before that, 2 from 2. Week before that, I think we got 2 from 2. Absolutely flying on my picks here. But yeah, let's get into my lock. These are some absolute locks for round 14, backed up by some stats. Xavier Savage, he scored 3 tries in 5 games against the Eels, and Eels have conceded 11 tries to right wingers this season, so Xavier Savage will be my first lock. Moving on, give me DWZ for another lock anytime. DWZ, he scored 12 tries in 8 games against the Sharks, and Sharks are conceded in back-to-back games to right wingers, so I really like Dallin as a best bet to get over the line. These are my 2 locks, ladies and gents. Combine them together or add them to one of your multis for some extra cash. Those 2 fellas, get them done. Moving on, we got some value plays. These are my round 14 value plays backed up by some stats. Grant Anderson, he has scored a try in 3 of his last 4 away appearances against teams on a losing streak. And he's also scored 2 tries in his last 3 games against the Rabbits. Janelle Harris-Tavita, he scored a double last time he played, and Sharks have conceded 2 tries to the left edge last game. KL Ero, he has scored 3 tries in his last 3 games against the Wars. And Matt Timokor, he scored 4 tries in his last 5 games against the Eels, and Eels have conceded 10 tries to left centres this season. Those are my value plays. Take them singles even. You can even sprinkle on a couple of these value try scorers. You are seeing a couple of, smokies popping up here and there. So I went 3 from 4 last week, and I think there was one I missed out on. Jojo, yeah, Titans were not too red hot, but we can't get them all. But those boys were banging for some cash, absolute cash. Let's move on to my best bets. My best bets for round 14. My head-to-head multi, I love the Dolphins and I love the Raiders here. Give me those 2 boys. Find those 2 together. That'll be my head-to-head multi. And my favorite, my Reggie's bet, my favorite first-time try scorer will be Matt Timoko in the Raiders game. And my favorite bet, I think Dolphins are absolutely flying right now. Give me the Tavita, Herbie, Osako 3+ combined bet. I think that is my best bet of the week. Be careful, ladies and gents. A lot of players are out. Don't go crazy this week, Origin week. But again, I'd love to segue into my fans jumping on some calls. I'd love to get around you guys. Pause. I'd love for you guys to get involved in the show. And yeah, I just want to hear your opinions. You guys have been awesome lately. The Discord's going off. And I think we almost hit 100 views on our last podcast. So if you guys are loving the studio, also tell me what you want in the background. I want to get some props going. Tell me down below. I've got a couple of ideas. Of course, there's going to be some Titans merch in there. But I just can't wait to get the studio absolutely kitted out. So thank you guys again for sticking around. If you stayed to the end of the video, very grateful. Very, very grateful. You guys have been awesome. Can't say it anymore. Also, merch on the way. There's a lot to tease. If you stay at the end of these videos, I'm going to give away little snippets of what's to come because you guys are hanging around to the end. Guys, have a great week. Gamble responsibly, as always. Have some fun with it. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Love yous. Catch ya.